Telling your partner one time or just telling them at all, for example, the time that you told them when you were under the influence, or that one time or couple of times that you told them when you were away, or that other time that it kind of happened to slip out because you were extremely upset or overwhelmed about a situation that seemed not at all related or maybe related, and you happen to disclose about your particular abuse, or the one time that you happen to just bring it up very randomly in conversation. Just talking about it and letting them know that you are having challenges during sex because of the season that you're in with the childhood sexual abuse isn't enough. It isn't enough to decrease your frustration. It isn't enough to decrease the numbness that you may feel right now to their touch, it or the aversion that you feel to their touch. It's not enough to reduce the freeze that you are probably getting stuck in during sex, and the resentment that you're probably feeling not just with them because they're obviously getting it off and maybe not even noticing you, and the resentment that you're having with your own body for possibly not moving or not moving at the pace or with the urgency that you wanted to, or not voicing your opinions or voicing what it is that you need in those moments before, during, and after. What will increase your ability to feel more connected to them, feel more open to different forms of sexual intimacy, feel more excited about your own body and what you're able to and how you're able to arouse yourself, and then have that arousal be enhanced with their touch and their engagement. What really supports that is three things: is doing the sensual work that you need to understand your body, touch your body, feel your body, dance, moan, look at your pussy, look at your breast, do that inner work that you need. Understand actually what is your aversion so you can actually communicate that to your partner and discover different forms of pleasure and intimacy that maybe you don't know if you like yet, but you want to actually see and explore and discover. And then preparing for the conversation. One off conversations are not enough. One conversation is not enough. These are the kind of conversations that, while you may not say the same thing over and over again, chances are with childhood sexual abuse, this is going to come up possibly at different points, at different stages, in different ways, in different seasons. And you are going to have to discover and elevate your skill set of voicing and talking about it in a way that is going to invite your partner in, that's going to honor where you are, and it's going to then support you in really integrating that into your relationship and into your sex life, so that in your intimate life, so that it's not just about the sex, but about the intimacy and the connection and the presence that you have, and knowing that you can do that in any season of healing and recovery and your journey. And then after you are prepared for the talk and how to have a talk in any season of your life, how do you have an action plan and create an action plan that doesn't just leave the conversation on the table, but it actually begins to create deeper connection in the bedroom and in other areas of your life? Because once we understand that this conversation isn't just about the sex, it's about expanding what sex means and what intimacy means for you and your partner in this season, so that you don't have these long drawn droughts full of resentment and wanting to be validated because of sex, because you haven't touched, he's walking on eggshells, you're being passive aggressive, and then you are at point A, he's at point B, and no one's talking, and you're kind of just, pretending that nothing's going on. To eliminate or reduce those droughts, that is why we want to have more conversation. We want to have more conversation with ourselves, more conversation with our partner, and we want to have more connection throughout all areas of our relationship, because that is the key here. The key here is that when you are having trouble with sex, it's about expanding as someone who has experienced childhood sexual abuse, understanding that sex is not the only way to connect, it's not the only way to feel pleasure and experience intimacy. But when we don't confront and we don't sit with our body, when we don't understand what's going on, when we don't have the skills to listen in and articulate what it is that we need and bring that to our partner and bring them into the fold and shift the sexual culture of one, the sexual culture with ourselves, and then the sexual culture in our relationship, then we end up feeling disconnected, unworthy of love and relationship and long-term intimacy when we so are. It's not that we're not deserving, it's that we have underdeveloped skills and you can learn them. And if you are ready to shift the sexual culture in your relationship, shift your relationship with sex, intimacy, and your body, and want to learn the skills of listening in, articulating, and bringing your partner into the fold because you are a sensual, healthy, whole, vibrant woman today and not just a survivor, my link is in the bio. I cannot wait to work with you.